Remember these cuttings from the ficus video I did the other week? Well, I rooted one, so that's what we're looking at today. I just stuck it in water, and after about 4 weeks we had this. Not the best roots, but for now it will do. We can sort them out another time. I just potted it up in this little pot as it's all I had going. Again, we can sort that out another time. Here it is in October. It looks like it's doing okay. I think I'm giving it a light prune here, but who knows? Apparently putting my hand in between the camera and tree isn't good when you're looking back at the footage 15 months later. So I guess we'll never know what I'm up to here. But anyway, I just left it alone after this and let it do its thing over winter. In February I decided to do a little experiment. This is a Ficus Benjamina, and apparently you shouldn't defoliate them. But I've seen videos of people defoliating them, and then they showed the tree and leaf again a few weeks later. So that means they can be defoliated. What I'm going to do here is prune the leaves off. But if you look closely, there's loads of new shoots about to pop. So although there will be no leaves, there are new ones about to open any day now. So it's like a fake defoliation. Like super low risk one because I'm too scared to do a real one. Normally I'd wait until the new leaves open, then I'd cut these older leaves off. I'm sort of doing it the other way around here. So am I actually answering the question about whether these can be defoliated? Definitely not. But it looks like I'm trying, even though we won't learn anything from this. When we look close up, you can see all the shoots of the new leaves. We shouldn't have any issues at all here. And a few weeks later, it looks like the fake defoliation was a great success. I then apparently repotted it. I've no recollection of any of this. So the rooted cutting was planted in August, so only like 8 months before this. But then it is a ficus, it's super fast growing, and it's also in a stupidly small pot. So it kind of makes sense that I'm repotting it so early. And also, if you remember, the roots were not exactly great when I planted it. So leaving it another 12 months, it's just going to end up badly. It took some effort to get it out, so it looks like it was definitely a good idea to repot it now. I've then done the classic thing of doing everything slightly off camera. This is the reality of working on the floor in a cramped space, and also having an older camera, so I haven't got one of those fancy flip screens to see what I'm doing. So basically it's a miracle I get anything filmed at all. I need a full life upgrade, then maybe my videos can get better. Anyway, I think I pruned the roots a little bit. Nothing drastic. Then I used another unusual technique where I just seemed to fill the pot right to the top. This obviously made sense at the time. Here is the roots, actually not too bad. I've taken them back a lot, but there is a lot of little fine feeder roots still, so it has good potential. I've then taken this little disc of wood and placed it under the roots. I can't remember any of this, but I'm guessing the roots were pointing down a bit, and adding this disc could help spread them out and make them flatter. Well, I think that's the plan. Hopefully it works. I've then maybe set the record for the most shallowest planting in history. I just placed the tree on top and just piled the soil up. I then used my little stick to work the soil in. It'll fill in all the gaps and help the soil settle. So the whole tree should actually sink down a little bit into the pot. So it's actually quite clever. I'm actually impressed with myself. So here it is a few days after. It looks decent enough. I'm going to have to find a better pot for it in the next few years. The shape of this one is all wrong. It's all tall and narrow. But it will do for now. So we have to give it another light prune. Here you can see it's got some good growth on it. This branch here has 5 or 6 side shoots forming on it, so I cut it back to 2. If it keeps this pace, it should develop into something really quickly. My plan was to really stay on top of this tree this year and be trimming it quite a lot. Here it is a few weeks later in June. It's bounced back quite nicely. By July, it's grown like crazy. Although one of those bottom branches has definitely died, it looks like it didn't survive the fake defoliation. So as it's grown so well, I'm going to take it back again. I just did my usual trick of finding all the larger older leaves that are always at the base of new shoots. Once you get rid of those, it's way easier to clean up the inner structure and you can actually see what's going on. Once you get rid of those, it always helps clean up the inner structure and you can see what's going on in there. I always find being able to see in there really helps me work out what I want to cut back. I then went around and cut back each branch to 2 or 3 leaves, or in some cases they were little side shoots. So it should result in pushing everything in a little bit, so it'll be more compact, and then when those little shoots grow it will actually be more ramified. I actually took quite a few leaves off here. From July, this tree was put under the Mars Hydro grow light, which is my tropical area. It has done really well under both grow lights, but as a tropical area is going strong all winter, you can see how healthy it looks in the next few clips. You can really see here how dark green and wonderful the leaves are. I just love it. By August it was growing again and looking good. I think it's coming along nicely. Just look at how dense it is in September. If this was under normal sunlight here, it would not be growing so aggressively. In October, I had to trim it again. I'm so happy with my tropical grow area, my trees just love it. I actually took it back pretty hard here and I did some structural pruning. It was getting a bit too congested in there. All the little branches have started to thicken and they were just getting too close to each other. I also added a bit of wire to help the branches out, just wanted to open them up a bit. I definitely couldn't have done this type of work at this time of year without that light. In November, you can see all the new light green leaves, which means it's growing again. In December, it's filling in nicely. I actually had to remove the wire after filming this as it was starting to cut in. It was only on for about 8 weeks, but the branches held in place. So here it is now. Only 18 months ago, it was just a little cutting in water. So it's done amazing, and it's actually thickened up quite a lot. I love it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.